how you feel about sports memorabilia. So recently, Shohei Ohtani, the do-everything baseball player with the L.A. Dodgers.
Okay.
It was a milestone. He did this a couple of weeks ago where we've heard of the 40-40 Club, which is actually, Jay-Z had the famous club 40-40 Club.
Right.
That was taken from, it was a baseball term. So it was essentially someone that hit 40 home runs and stole 40 bases, right?
Okay, yep.
Johnny comes out and does the 50-50. So the big deal about this, and I'm going to talk a little bit of baseball for folks that maybe are more casual fans or not really into it, is ideally a player, in a very simple term, ideally a player that is strong enough, who's a bopper, a home run hitter, hits 50 home runs, usually doesn't have the speed and athleticism to steal 50 bases.
Right.
They don't steal bases.
Okay.
So it really says something about a player that has the power to hit a high number of home runs and then also has the speed in which to steal bases. So this is an exclusive club, a one-of-one club. He did it. He does this a couple of weeks ago. He hits it. Guy gets the baseball, right?
Okay.
Gets the baseball, and it was actually pretty funny because someone tried to sue the guy that got the baseball because he said that he took it out of his hand.
Can I ask you this? I don't mean to cut you.
Yeah.
Do you steal the 50th base before you get the 50th home run?
Doesn't matter as long as you do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
as long as it's a composite. It's a composite of each one, separate one. But as long as you get it during the regular season.
Okay.
Right, the 162 game season, you get that during that time.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's the only criteria in it.
Okay.
And so I remembered when it happened, Tahani hits it out to home run, goes up into the stands. Big scrum happens because everyone's running and jumping and piling on it. Guy comes out, holding it up in the air. I remember when I saw him doing it, I was holding my breath because I thought somebody might give him a two-piece and take the ball, but that didn't happen.
Right.
But later on, someone did file a lawsuit against him saying that he took it out of his hand. Total sucker move. I'm like, listen, man, you're down there, hold on to the ball. With that being said, it recently went on auction.
Really? On auction. And so wait, so a guy stole it out of his hand?
That's what that was alleged.
Oh, it was alleged by him.
Right, not the person that had the ball.
Okay.
Right, someone else who did. Obviously, the person who didn't have the ball.
Right.
I had it, and during the scrum, this other person took it out of his hand. So the person in possession of it. Well, he puts it on auction. The ball sold for $4.39 million. Okay. So when I heard that, I was like, Jay's going to lose his goddamn mind probably that someone would pay over $4 million for a damn ball. And so this was the highest. So the ball before this, the highest pay for the ball was the Mark McGwire 70th home run ball, which was about $3 million. So this was actually 3.6 plus with all the fees comes out to about $4.3 million. So question, there is a question here, I promise you. What's your feeling on the fact, now I know you've got an appreciation for sports history, but the idea that people so love this game and the collectibles that someone's willing to pay $4.3 million for this ball. And it's all symbolic, right? Because if I gave you another ball, would you even really know?
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Right.
So what do you think of that, man?
For me personally, it would, I would have to be a huge fan of that particular athlete, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. To me, it's not about the 50-50 ball from Joe Schmo.
Interesting.
Right? This dude, I just heard his name recently, but I don't really know him.
Right.
I'm not a fan of his.
So the history, though, and it's interesting you say that because the history is the stat, not the person.
Right.
The person that did the stat.
Right.
But you're saying it would only matter to you if it was a player that you followed.
Yeah.
So, wow.
If I was a fan of that particular player.
So if Joe, the baseball player, hit it,
Yeah.
and it wasn't your team, your player, you wouldn't care.
Right. Because I'm not a money guy. I'm not a, I'm not a but if I am like one of my favorite baseball players of all time was Darryl Strawberry, right? He's just family was into the Met, and he was Yankee and all that stuff. So I used to, I went to his book signings at the Barnes and Nobles. I went to plenty of the Mets games. I met him. Anything Darryl Strawberry, I would be into. Now, with that being said, even if he broke this records of the 40-40, 50-50, I'm sure he did some clubs or whatever like that. But I still wouldn't spend that kind of money. Like now, if I had it and if it was a reasonable price, then I would do it because I was a super fan of Darryl Strawberry. Any athlete that I'm a super fan of, I probably would put out as much money that I had that I could afford to buy memorabilia like that. Yeah.
Now, if you caught it, if you were the person that caught it, would you sell it? Would you put it up for auction?
So if I caught Darryl Strawberry's, he's the one who broke that record. Right. Would I put it up for auction? No.
Really?
No.
Even though you could get $4.3 million.
No, because that's my dude.
Wow.
That's my guy. That listen. Why would I do that? Because I just remember I told you I'm not a money guy.
Right.
But it would be something more sentimental to me to have my baseball heroes, memorabilia, the ball that he hit that I haven't. I actually have a Darryl Strawberry baseball. It's not a record, but I have it signed by him, and I have that. I'm not gonna sell it. It's like people who collect comics and they sell their comics for all these hundreds and thousands of dollars. No, I would keep all that stuff. I still have a Matchbox and Hot Wheels car collection from when I was like damn near 7 years old, 8 years old. Like in mint condition. Maybe I can get some money from that. Would I ever sell it? No.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
No, you ain't touching that.
Why not?
No.
You just said, hey, maybe I should sell that. I said, hey, let's talk about it. No. So it's not just you don't want to sell it to me. Is that what it is?
No.
No.
The point of my story is if I love something, like if I love a specific athlete, like Darryl Strawberry, and if I love my car collection.
You said maybe I should sell that, and then I said,
my bad. So then I misspoke. My bad.
Oh,
so
wow.
Then I misspoke. If I love it, I have a Galaxian game from Coleco Galaxian game from 1981 or 82 that my mother bought for me for $59. I wanted it for my birthday, and she said, "How much was it?" She says it was $49.99. She says $50. God damn, she says, oh, hell no. She wasn't getting me that game.
Right.
And for my 12th birthday, I opened up the box and I had my Coleco, Galaxian Coleco. I passed out right there.
Wow.
So if I love something, whether it's my car or my Coleco, my Atari 5200 I still have, or if I have a baseball by Darryl Strawberry, my hero, I'm holding on to it. I'm not selling it. I'm not a money whore like you. I would never do that. I love my people or my products.
Yeah.
I'm faithful.
Yeah, I do too, up to a point. I'd have sold that damn ball.
What?
I'd have sold the ball.
If it was a hero of yours?
Yeah.
If it was
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that you would sell the ball because, let's say if you sell it for whatever price it is, you could probably always get more.
But that's... Yeah, if I got to a number that I felt comfortable with it, then I would. I don't know. I feel like I would. Now, mind you, if I had that ball in my hand, maybe I would feel different about it.
Right.
But notwithstanding that, I'm like, I would sell it. Have a lot of pride in it. Be absolutely pleased about it. But maybe.
Now, he's a superstar on the Dodgers, right?
Yeah, he's a superstar of the league.
Right, he's a superstar of the league. So now he's going head-to-head with Aaron Judge.
Yeah, they're in the World Series.
Right.
So this is going to be a great World Series. We're in Yankee country over here, so a lot of Yankee fans. They're playing, and I know this is not the topic, but the two teams playing against each other. It's probably about the 11th time that they met. When I first fell in love as a kid with the Yankees, they were playing the Dodgers and stuff. So it's good to see this and kind of relive that again too, man.
Yeah, it'll be something. We'll see who wins, but Nah, man, don't sell it, brother.
Yeah, well, I don't have it to sell it, but I am going to talk to you about those Matchbox.
Oh, but the Matchbox cars, nah, man, you ain't getting that, man. That's for my son if I ever have one. If I ever have one, that's for him.
Yeah,
well, it's still for me, but I would let him play with it.
So if anything, maybe I need to take a look because believe it or not, I have hundreds of them.
Do you?
Yeah, that's
what you need to buy mine for.
Well, because when you collect them, that's what collecting.
I know that.
That's what collecting is. You collect them. So at minimum, I'd like to see the numbers that you have on them.
Don't sell cars. Don't sell baseballs. I don't care if they make history. It don't matter. Hold on. That's something special, bro, that you'll never get back. You can always make money. You can always make money. You could never get that baseball back that fan caught. You could never get those cars back, those Matchbox. Do they even still make Matchbox?
Yeah,
they do.
They
okay,
do.
Fine. Whatever. Like, I don't think they make Galaxy and Colecos anymore.
No.
I don't think they make my Atari 5200 or, I don't know.
You know what, Jay, and I'll say this last thing about it is I think part of what, for me, is, you know that story. At one point, I made a shitload of money and lost it all in business and made a shitload of money again. Right? And then so when that happens to you, when you lose that, it's the value of stuff. You have a different relationship with stuff. And so it was very tough for me at one point, right? Because you've got the big cars, the big Benz, Beamers, and all this other stuff, and the watches and the big Jesus piece and all that other stuff.
Right.
And you become, at least for me, you become a prisoner of it, right? A little bit of a slave to it. And it's like you feel like, if you're not careful, it will define you and all those things. But then when you hit rock bottom, after having you and you lose it or have to get rid of it, I think there's a little bit of a cleansing there. And I remember saying, you know what? It was more about as long as I have my right mind about me, I can get more stuff, right? And
you could also get more money, though.
Right. But meaning you get the money, you can get the stuff, right? So that's why it was this attachment to, maybe that's some of what you see where I'm saying, hey, the possession doesn't mean as much to me, maybe. So and thank you for letting me get in on your counseling couch right now.
Yeah, because we're doing some counseling going on. But however, you can always get more stuff. But like that fan, he could never get that baseball again. Right?
Absolutely. Right. He can't get that baseball again. But for me, I think it was more, if I'm thinking about it, maybe what I'm projecting onto that, it's still a possession. It's still this thing that sits on a mantle behind a little piece of glass. And you like I said, and sometimes you just become a prisoner of these things and live according to that, and you can't. It's very complicated.
But I'm saying there are possessions, and then there are possessions, right? Like there are possessions that are just regular possessions, and there's possessions that hold sentimental value. Right. Like I will never sell my Coleco Galaxy. Ever sell that? I don't care if you offer me $1 million. And I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I'm still ain't selling that to you. You can say, give you all those Matchbox cars, Hot Wheel cars. I'm not selling it to you because it's from my childhood. It takes me back to a place that I love so much and I endear in my heart. I can't sell it. You got to get more. You got to tap more into your emotion, bro.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Here we go. Okay.
Okay. All right.